Test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test. All right. Let's see what's happening. A little check-in. Ernestine Day's in the house. Hey, Joan Hurt. Yeah, just want to give everybody a little update. So we'll wait for a minute. Hey, Leon, what's happening? Yeah, we're just going to wait a minute and give it another 60 seconds. Hey, Victoria. Era, nice to meet you. How are you? Yeah, I got some news about the network and just kind of what's going on. I mean, we kind of do everything by the seat of our pants here in the 5D. So finally, the universe is aligning with the Soulogy methodology. Shannon McMillan Thompson, and Yeti. Hung the Gwyn. Julie Pershing. Shout out to Izzy Medina on her 22nd birthday. That's right. All right, what do we got here? 2 minutes, we're good enough. 33 people in the house, that'll tell us something. So, yeah, I wanted to just jump on here and kind of give everybody an update, take you to the site, explain some stuff going on. So hopefully, hopefully this will get out there a little bit. And I really appreciate everybody, their patience. I mean, I know it's only been really, this is the fourth day. We're working a lot on it. We would have loved to have, like I said before, we would love to have had everything perfect, but the disadvantage with that is a couple of things. One, we don't have time. The Universal was speaking in so many ways. It's time to do it, and we got to let go, like I talked about on the Friday live. Hey, Zahara and Luke and Janet and Claudia and Jana. So, yeah, part of it was just out of necessity, the harassment from YouTube, Facebook, and really, that's not really it. Those are just representatives of the old vibration that we're breaking from. And how can we break from it? How can we get to second base if we got a foot on first base? Much less get home. So that was part of it. But the other part of it, I think, is really important, and it's organic. And that is that through the feedback of the community, and you'll see how that's going to work. It's going to be very interactive. I'm going to go over it in just a minute. We're going to customize everything the way we want it, and continue to refine it as time goes on. So that to me is worth a lot. It really is. And we've already learned stuff. Like, I'll give you an example. The idea with the platform is to really create new content for everybody and new resources and so on. But, we're not going to be totally opposed to loading some old stuff on, but we don't want to just load up a bunch of old stuff and we really want fresh stuff. And I think that's not because we think we know anything. I'm just talking about all of us in general. Like, we can't really use the old stuff as we progress into 2023. We're a new person every day. So new creations, new methodologies, new ways of living. And we want to reflect that. For example, we loaded up a handful of recent Soul Speak 5D videos and a couple of old ones, Franco, to test things. One of the features of the site, if anyone that's... I'll get to the PayPal in a second. One of the features of the site. If you go to a lot of sites, they have embedded YouTube videos or embedded videos or even videos in their database, and you go to the page and they're all lined up, and you push the button, and it's got to load up and basically download, and then you watch it. That's not the case with ours. It's a more expensive process. It's not a cost that we're afraid of, because we know the universe has our back. When you go to to the Soulogy Network site, you'll push a button and it streams to you. Okay, so it's a streaming versus the other method. Now, Holger, what's up, brother? Asked about PayPal. I think anybody would be open to taking contributions, but we don't really want any. We shut down our Patreon yesterday. I had to wait on Patreon, or I would have done it earlier. Send everybody a note. We won't be putting up the comment if you'd like to make a contribution anymore. They might be on, that comment might be on like YouTube or Facebook when we release excerpts, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But yeah, if I just want to say too that we're deeply grateful for YouTube, for Facebook, for our little presence on Instagram. Thank you, Delia Flores, and also PayPal and Patreon. And really, most of all, the community, because there's no way we could have made it this far. It's really an incredible story in the making. It's not about me and Morgan. It's about all of us, and it's a reflection of what's happening on the earth. So, we'll still have a PayPal, but we're basically, if you haven't seen the video I did Friday, it's pinned to all the top of the Soulogy pages. But basically, part of the download of creating this over the years, the downloads have come over the years, have been to create a new form of commerce, which I call 5D commerce, which is basically everything's a gift. So we are going to hire the best nonprofit law firm we can here in a couple of 2-3 weeks, once we hit a couple of thresholds. And we are going to create a system that supports the affiliates or the members, I guess you could say. And essentially what ends up happening is a third goes to cost, a third goes to the house for, continuous, development, and a third will go directly to the content creators every single month. And I gotta change this because it's really messing with my head here. Let's see, where does this work? Yeah, let's go over here and do that. Yeah, is that better? This is freaking me out. Whoa. I'll leave it like that. So the idea is, of course, I think a lot of you know, we've got a founders plan or founders membership that is $111. It's for a year, and the founding members, and this is good through the 24th midnight, they will have 111 annual for the rest of their life. I mean, in other words, every time their subscription comes up, it'll be 111 for the whole year. The normal price for the annual and what it will revert to on the 25th is 144, or you can go $12.12 a month now or later. So Holger, to your question, that's how we are proceeding with this. The great thing about it is that as our IT partner has come to believe in us, that we will have enough of a community, bringing in enough, we can actually forecast and build a pro forma that will be legitimate. For instance, we know that at roughly 300 to 500 people, and we have 150 now, and thank you very much. Roughly with 300 to 500 people, we can support for many more people a social community Facebook style platform on top of it. Okay, so that's an addition. Remember, number one is we created this site so we could get out from under the censorship, so we could have some stability for ourselves and the community, and so we could develop this platform to support and promote people like you, people like me. That's the number one thing. So the $12.12 a month, or whatever option you choose, is where you'll find the full-length Soulogy material. And it will be a lot bigger than what you've seen. It won't just be Todd and Soul Speaks 5D or some music episodes with Todd and Ty or some of the other things we've done. It will be other people's shows, other people's channels, other people's expressions. And we're going to work our asses off to make sure that you have all the resources necessary for that. So number one, that's where our content is, and that's really it. Everything else that's added will be added as gravy, as just icing on the cake. So the first thing that's happening is the basic foundation template is being hybridized. We're over the next period of weeks, really, we're developing what will be both the style of the individual content creator page, which is based on what we find that works and what people want, and we'll create the template, and then people can cookie cut it. The other thing that we're working on, of course, is the design of the social network. But before that happens, we've got the basics going down now, which is be able to put video archives up, be able to post, be able to see some structure. The videos play as a stream and not as a less expensive, by the way, less expensive way to do it, which is you push the button, it loads up, it takes a while, then you watch it. This, you won't have to do that. This, you'll push it and stream, boom, it's there. And in fact, that's becoming online today. I've been testing it today, and it's working pretty good. And at the top of the page, you're going to see in a minute, we have a sign up, a post up that says, we're working on this, and we really appreciate your patience. So there'll be times when we'll be working on it, and we're going to try to communicate with you certainly every week, but maybe even daily as we get more people onto the site. The second thing that we're going to do is perfect the stream that we put out. So we're going to be working on that over the next week, which will allow, and really we don't have to have that perfected until the 25th. The 24th is the last day that we'll be doing full-length broadcasts on social media, on the regular social media. So we want to refine it so that, before then, or certainly by then, we're able to stream where we want to with a strong signal and everything's in place. The third thing that will happen will be the social media, the social network, Facebook style social network instant messaging. Now, that is scheduled for April. And I think that's going to be huge, because I think a lot more people are going to come. But again, let me just go back to how this is happening. So 333 people gives us enough of a foundation, and it's not a lot of money. By the way, you're talking about roughly what would that be? Like it's just not a lot. It's like enough to barely cover. But there will be more people coming, and so as we get more people, we'll be able to facilitate this social community. Once we get to 3,333 people, then that's when we'll start to transparently, the spreadsheet, the money, what abundance, whatever you want to call it, will be on the screen openly for everyone to see, and that's when we'll start distributing half of what's left over cost to the community. Here's another question from Jana. Will there be a button for other donation besides group? Yes, we like to use the word contribution. As I was once told by Lisa Transcendence Brown, human beings don't make donations, they make contributions. That's why we always put, if you want to support us, consider a contribution. Just a funny story behind it. A lot of this is going to be is kind of hard to explain without visuals. But let's just start like this, and I didn't really want to get into all this, but but I had a couple other things in mind, but I think this is good. Okay, this is good. I see us doing this every day. Once we are after the 24th, where people can go in and get a 15-20 minute update, questions and answers, and so on. I got some here. I don't want to lose any of them, so I'm going to come back here. So imagine, for now, forget about all the other stuff, that this is just the page. This is the page you go to see Soulogy, you see the shows, you see the archives, you see the post, you see the contributors. There's a whole bunch going to go into it. So just imagine the Soulogy group extrapolated with what the technology that we have at the site that we're building and so on. We'll have something up there that says if you want to make a contribution, that's great. but also, once it's cookie cut and people start putting their own stuff up, and having their own pages and content creator pages as well as personal pages, they can use a contribution button as well. This is the same concept as a Soulogy group, where many couples have met each other, where many friendships have been made, where many groups have been formed, where many shows have been formed. So it's the same thing. We want to support it, and we want to support them in every way. So that's a very good question, and yes, obviously that will work. Thank you, Jana. And the 24th is the plateau for forward momentum and network sustainability. Okay, got it. Let's see. Any discounts for founding members for future Soulogy Fest events? The whole idea behind this is there's no exceptions. So the round table of spirituality, I bought the first ticket and I couldn't afford the 111, so I bought the 1212. But Morgan did, and Ty did, and so we're all going to adhere to the uniformity of unity, oneness. Now, in terms of like future Soulogy events, founding members, I would think probably, because really, if we look at, I think always be open. I would think, ultimately, and I said this at the first Soulogy Fest, at the end of it, the idea, the objective long term is to have a free event that doesn't cost anyone anything. If they want to put something in the cookie jar, that's fine. And I think the same will go for the site. Now, that may be some kind of wild dream that everyone thinks Todd's crazy, but you know what? I don't know if anyone would have thought that 11 years ago that, this would have all happened. But I think, that's something to consider. I think it would probably be something more like, it would probably be something more like if you're a member, period. But I think the founding thing, we'd always be open. There might be some bell and whistle there. I really don't know. I don't want to try to induce anyone for that reason. I do think it's like I couldn't afford to do it, so I did the 1212. But I think it's a kind of a cool insignia, and there might be some bells and whistles that go with that. Let's see what I think contributions are possible to do with sharing a PayPal or other, huh? I think Daniel's talking about just a regular donation or something. Now, the process we're using, I'm going to take you through it in a minute. The process we're using is Stripe. We don't have PayPal set up on the yet, but we have had people that only use PayPal or just have them pay the 111 through PayPal, and then I see the 111, then I send it over to Christy Aguilar, and she goes and inputs it and makes them an annual member. So I'm not sure if that answered your question, Daniel. Let's see here. What else we got? Ryan and Christy, they're like two rabbits. And now he is. Over the years, he has said it so many different ways. So now that he says it the right way, it always makes him giggle. Yeah. Jana. Do you open mics like you did? Yes. I thought to do open mics like you did. Everything that's a full-length feature, pretty much, is going to be from the website. Now, it only sounds like there's 150 people now. I think there's another 100 plus that have come in. They've registered, but they haven't subscribed. I don't see any way that we can't get to 5,000 or 10,000 people. And it could be, I don't know how big it gets. Bigger is not always better, but I think it's enough people that appreciate the substance of what's going on, and the growth itself. I think it's contagious. I think we've shown that in the past as a community, all of us together. Examples being the groups that have formed out of Soulogy, the channels, the shows, all the different things, the relationships, the friendships. So I think that it's not to keep the container away from people. It's just to say we have value, and this is what we're going to do. We will continue to have open mics, and we will continue to support initiatives. I just talked to two people today, actually. I talked to an old friend that's been on a few times, and her and a group of other people that have some interesting ideas around a light language kind of broadcast. We're going to support something like that. I said, put a synopsis together, give it a title, and I'll talk to you in a few weeks, and we'll promote that, we'll sponsor that, we'll produce that, whatever the case is. And the open mics as well. We're actually going to have an open mic tonight and a sound healing session. I'm going to put up the information on that in a second. Chrissy's going to get a promo out here in a bit, and we'll get it out into the network. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. Use the. There you go. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on these. I just don't want to miss anybody. If you had a question, then I'll run over to the site and we'll play. Thank you, Special Needs Mom. Can I gift a founding member and have those individuals locked in at the lifetime annual price? Yes, you can do that. We've had that happen already a couple of times. Let's see here. Okay, almost done. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's do this. Let's, first of all, let me put up this. I'll do that afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the site real quick. and again, we're early. Okay, can I do PayPal? For the life of me, I cannot find how to pay. I registered but not paid. Cannot find the box. Millie, I'm pretty sure we can work that out, but let me help you on that. So let me make a note. Let me make a note right now, and I will follow up with you here in a bit. So let me just go to Millie, and boom, and I'll follow up with you after this broadcast, because Millie is one of those aunties, one of those special feminines all around the world that have created these communities and have kept me going. Do we have capability to share video? I have a few visuals I've been. Yes. Okay. This is why I don't want to get into it too much. The name of the site is SoulogyNetwork.com. SoulogyNetwork.com. So what's going to happen again? Let me just restate this. We're going to build the content creator page, which you could also consider. The content creator page is a little bit different, or it's a different aspect than the social community private personal page. Okay, so in either case, you'll be able to upload a video, and you'll also be able to, in time, share it and that type of thing. I think. Well, actually, you'll be able to do that right away. Just copy the URL and there you go. But yeah, so it's kind of going to be hard to really get into everything. That's why I keep just saying, just imagine a YouTube, a Facebook, and a LinkedIn all combined together in a interactive and user-friendly way that will always be refined. Okay, so that's really the easiest explanation I have right now. Okay, Martina, I'll look at that. Thank you. The site is SoulogyNetwork.com. I looked at what you sent to follow, not my age. No, I'll call you, Millie. I mean, I'll get in touch with you. Don't worry about it. It'll work. You'll be good. Because let me just show you how it works. Okay, hang on. Let me find it. Let me go here. Let me go here and here. All right. Let me just pull it up. Boom. Boom. Okay. Where'd it go? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, you seen it? All right. So obviously we got the banner worked out. And it looks fantastic. And there's a lot of people that are involved with this, what you're looking at. Ryan Aguilar, Michael Van Patten, Marina Govier, Christy, the guy that has the guitar riff on there. And believe me, part of what's going to happen here, and again, this will all be transparent as we get going. Everyone that's ever been contributed is going to be getting an abundance gift as the abundance rolls in for life. And that's really the template of the whole thing, to make an imprint and to collaborate and share and so on. Okay, so right now we have home and about and announcements up. The reason we put announcements up is because we're going to have to be communicating a lot. And again, this is really not going to have a lot of traffic or a lot of stuff you can do for a couple of weeks when we make the break. So we're getting everything prepared now. But we have the announcements because we're going to need to be specifically letting you know what's going on. Hey, we're going to shut down for 2 hours or whatever the case is. The other reason I think too is, and we'll do this through interactive video, Q&A type thing. We'll have at least weekly, but probably daily or every other day, have kind of a Q&A, fielding questions or fielding suggestions and that type of thing. But really, I'm not going to really push that until we get a little bit of structure, so at least we know what's going on, so we're not getting too confused and just too complicated. So right now we have this up here. Chrissy put this up yesterday, and thank you so much for your patience as we work out some bugs and site hiccups. We've been made aware of that there's an issue streaming the most recently added videos from mobile devices. This should be fixed ASAP. Now this was done last night, and this was what I was talking about at the beginning of this program. So we got that worked out, and we're going to continue to refine these things. The great thing about what we're doing is that it's basically a customized software that we're going to co-create with our IT partners. So if you go in, by the way, if you go up here, you can register on the site, but this is where you subscribe. And if you push that, then it's gonna ask you for your name, your email and your password. You're going to make a password, you're going to provide your username, and you're going to give your email, and that's it. And then it'll take you to either credit card or what's the other? Oh, our crypto. I think is the other option. I can't remember right now. What is the other option? Let's just see. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, that's all right. Boom. Now let me see here. So these are now, but nobody's in here. So all right. So that, like I said, that's the streaming quality. It's where it just comes up directly. It doesn't have to load or anything. So this is something we really were adamant about having. So right now, again, we just have the home page, got the about page. We felt like the announcement page was a priority right now because at the stage that we're at. But again, just to kind of go back over it again. Boom. Just to kind of go over it back again, and I'll go back to these questions in a minute. That's a bright light. But I think just to kind of go over it again. Right now we're at 150 people. We are at. Let me just tell you officially what we're at. What are we at? We are at. Well, we just got some more. We're at exactly 150 people. We were at 148 when I started this broadcast. Thank you, everybody. And Joanne Cook was number 150. Jill Woodworth was 149. How cool is that? Let me go back over here. Boom. Oop. Okay. So what we're shooting for is 333. I'm actually shooting for 555. 333 is try to be conservative because I know at 333 that we'll have enough of a foundation we can support the social network part of it with the instant messaging. And let me just say this what we're doing is not a cheap endeavor. It takes big kahunas, big ovaries, big balls, whatever you want to say, as a group. And I have had many years in my old life as a national operations guy, national director, and that type of thing. I do know, in my old life, what looks what's viable and what's not. This is very viable. It's built on the new 5D energy, and that's really something I've never really worked with in a business relationship. But what little I've seen so far, it's fantastic. The third energy is working with us. So the idea is to get 333, maybe up to 555 by the 25th. That will give us that'll give us enough to introduce the social community. I expect April, when that comes in, that we'll probably have a few bugs here and there. We'll get it worked out. We'll keep refining it. But I would think after by the time we get to May 10th, which would be 60 days, I think we'll be pretty strong. I think it'll speak for itself. It'll be this type of thing that you'll see something every day improving. Our attitude right now is. Our attitude right now is to put a great addition or something significant of added to it every single day, whether it be something functional like getting announcements out, letting people know what's going on, and then we'll go from there. I did check, Christy, the SoulogyNetwork.com is working by itself. I'll just double check it again. We had a little issue there, which is not uncommon as I understand it. Let me just double check. But I'm pretty sure, because I tried it twice. Boom, here we go. Okay, that's not. Okay, we'll just keep working on it. All right, so let's see what she's saying there, because that's a little confusing. So right now, if you just type in SoulogyNetwork.com by itself, you might get an error message. They're working on this now. Okay, somebody said that. If you type in HTTPS, here, boom, then you can get there. And again, we don't really expect a lot of traffic right now. We don't really have a lot for you, but we take this very seriously, and we do really appreciate obviously your love and support and contributions, and your subscription and your fellowship and everything, but most of all your trust. And so, anyone that knows me knows that I'm 100%. That's why all my hair's falling out. And yeah, we're gonna make it happen. But right now, this seems to be how we access HTTPS SoulogyNetwork.com. I did try SoulogyNetwork.com a while ago. They were probably in the middle of working it back and forth, and it was working fine. Okay, let's see here. Okay, fantastic. See, I need a secure way. Cannot use PayPal nor Mini lost a secure way. Palette Rock or anyone else that has a question on how to secure their spot or anything in terms of getting their subscription that can't do it the way that's set up, please email me. You can email me, Palette, at soulogynetwork@gmail.com. So it's Soulogy Network, just like it says right there, soulogynetwork@gmail.com. And like with many other people, or at least 7 or 8 people, I've worked it out with them a different way, and we'll get you set up. Let's see here. Do you write script for interview when you step aside? What does that mean? Automation is a new. I'm doing that this year. No more gonna wait till I do it. If you do it, we do it. Let's have some fun. Do you write script for interview? I really know what that means, but I do know this, that let me get this off here. It's bugging me. We'll come back to that. Yeah, one of the things that we're going to do is as we set up the archives. So this will also be something that extrapolates to other people's pages. Again, this is a template. So once what Chrissy's doing is we're creating a template to put under videos that will have some basic information and description, something that's never been, at Soulogy 4,000 plus shows. People have asked for it, but there just wasn't time. When you're doing, 600-700 shows a year, it takes a lot. But we'll be able to do that now. So there's a lot of things that we're going to do that they're going to be a bit different. I was just talking to one of the people that's come on, that's been on the show. We're going to have like a package for guest, and the guest is going to get like the MP4 They're going to get, access to the excerpts that we have. The whole idea is to support each other, equally, and to expand awareness of all parties involved. One of the other things we're going to do is we're going to run the audios through software that creates the text of the actual shows, and that will be connected to it in some way. Let's see here. I thought to sing, create music, I would be the first time that I'm singing in public. Yeah, you'll have a lot of opportunities for that. Ellen Lohman, PayPal. I'm not really sure what that means. And again, if anyone has any question, please write me directly at soulogynetwork@gmail.com. That's soulogynetwork@gmail.com. Okay. Yeah, Millie, it says, and that can happen where your email and name get rejected, but we can look at that. I've seen that happen before on other sites as well, and I've seen it on a couple on this one. Let's see here. All right, okay. Oh, it's Thank You Sunshine 143. Okay, let me just see. I just don't want to miss any questions, so just bear with me. Yes, we were at 150. 111 comments. That's cool. Okay. I don't know what this is. This is set up as auto draft or email reminders for renewals. Not sure if I missed that announcement. No, it's just auto, like any other account. You go in, I put mine in, and every month they'll take out $12.12. Okay, so the issue is if you type www in front of it. Now, I just tried SoulogyNetwork.com and it didn't work. So I know they're on it. IT's on it. We got some really good people, but we want to be very upfront, transparent about everything. And this is again, two choices. One, build it all, make it perfect, then bring everybody in, or build it, customize it to our own preferences, and like everything else, we'll do it together. So I kind of like that. Let's see. It's working now. Angie Parker says. Thank you, Jamie Selby. Thank you, Christy. Let's see. Could I do a meditation session on the site? Absolutely. And again, remember that right now it's singular. Right now it's singular in the sense that it's not an individual, it's not a couple, it's Soulogy. So we're building the Soulogy page within the entire Soulogy network. It's the first template. Now, in the Soulogy page, it's really, let's just say it's the Soulogy group, or the Soulogy group in the universe, in the Soulogy universe. And what happens is then that page can formulate whatever they want based on the template that they have to work with. So, like in Soulogy's case, we'll put up videos, we'll put up posts, we'll put up maybe songs, audios, a store, just da-da-da-da-da, right? Now, part of the Soulogy thing, just like the Soulogy group on Facebook, how we started, is we'll bring in collaborators and let them share a post or put their video in or put their meditation in. But on top of that, once we expand it and other people start to create their own little universes within the universe, they can also do it that way too. But the Soulogy page will be like the primary news feed for the site. It'll kind of be where everything comes together, and we'll definitely be looking at, collaborating. So again, Samantha Towers and anyone else, be it how do I navigate the subscription, or an idea in terms of like creative idea or an initiative, any site of any type. Now, we're moving at a steady pace. We've always moved at a steady pace. I know we're gonna spike here. I know there's gonna be a lot come in, a lot of people come in. So just bear with us, and we will get to it. So if you write to soulogynetwork@gmail.com, and it takes a little while, don't worry, you will get an answer. Let's see here. You need a there we go. I like that. Lynn Marie. Okay, let's see here. I can't wait until issues are sorted. Yeah, they'll get there. And in fact, I mean, the main thing right now for me, obviously, we've got to be able to put in SoulogyNetwork.com and you get to the site with no issue. And the second thing would be to build the archive so people can watch the replays through that streaming method, which is much, much better. And then, of course, the third thing, which starts tomorrow, or really tonight with Ty, I'll get to that in a minute, is we need to get to broadcasting. So we want to do minimum two, 3 shows a day, even while we're still doing it in this transition of 2 weeks, where it's all going to be social media. But we're putting a calendar together. We're also got some big surprises that are going to blow some people's mind. So, I talked for a long time, and I'm not just speaking of Soulogy, but I'm speaking of all of you and platforms like Soulogy, or peripheral platforms, or collaborating platforms, or people, or whatever you want to call it. We need to go mainstream. It's time that people know your stories throughout the world. It's time that, instead of going on these conspiracy, nothing against that. Nothing against conspiracy and disclosure platforms. Nothing at all. But there's not enough dialogue about the people like you. There's not enough dialogue about, there's people all over the world, and they're in this place called Soulogy. There's 122,000 people. And they, some of them see genies, and some of them see fairies, and some see unicorns, and, all the different things that we talk about on the show. Because my knowing is that this happens to almost everybody. And it's the weird part of us that is the big part of us that has been suppressed by society. So I look for the creativity and the intuition and the imagination and the courage and the love in the third energy to support this platform with all of us to create something so big and powerful that people have to take notice of all the crazy people like us. Thank you, Amanda Summer, for signing up yesterday. Luke, that's already resolved. The 111 was showing monthly, but it's annual. Okay, let's see here. Got all the info going out tonight on my live. Okay, let's see. Thank you. I just don't want to miss a thing, so just bear with me. I don't want to miss. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just don't want to miss it. Okay, we're good. All right, so we got 104 people in the house. Okay, Terry Willette, will you please? Would you mind sending me a message about that, and we'll work that out. Okay. Okay. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. Anyone has any questions, just put it up over there. I want to try to keep this at 45 minutes. We're at 43:53. Shout out to Christy Aguilar for stepping up, and perfect compliment to the formulating team. Let me do this. Let me blacken the screen for a second. Oh, that didn't do it, did it? How do I blacken the screen? No, that doesn't do it. Okay. Here. So what I want to do is I want to just put this information up here real quick. So tonight, Heartfelt Living. Denise, send me a question. I have no idea what this is about, but there is a very nice vibe around here. Yeah, Sadia, this is the Soulogy Network. I'll show you in a minute, just because you walked in the door. We're breaking away from YouTube and Facebook, and we'd love to collaborate with you and you be a part of it. Tonight we're going to have Ty Hudnall is an incredible, I call him a musical savant, and he's an amazing magician and alchemist with music, and you've probably seen some of the stuff that we've done, or I should say I've participated in. He's done it. So tonight this will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, so that'll be 1 a.m. in England. Oh, I don't know. No, they just had a time change, so I think that might be midnight in England. So this is 8 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern. So at 8 p.m. Eastern is a tribal space jam. At 9 p.m. Eastern will be a deep meditation. So come explore the vibration of creativity and meditation at the Soulogy Network's Tribal Space Jam open mic event. So at 8 o'clock, and we'll get the promo out here in a bit, we will be having an open mic that Ty will be hosting. Tribal Space Jam is what he calls it. And then at 9, he's going to take everyone into one of his deep meditations. And if you haven't done one of those, you might want to. Just don't be driving a car or operating any equipment, literally, when it happens. So afterwards, after the open mic, Ty's going to turn down the lights, dive into a deep sound healing journey with open mic meditation. See, I really don't know what he's doing, but it sounds like he's going to also have open mic in the meditation, featuring gongs, deep brain waves woven together, carry you into a tranquil and relaxed state of being. Whether you bring your instrument, your voice, your body, or just your presence to bear, you won't leave this event untouched by the creative power of community. So come connect, explore, and heal with us at the Soulogy Network's Tribal Space Jam open mic and meditation. So there you go. And what he'll do is he'll put the Zoom link out like we often do, and so people can then know that they can go in and, who's this person? Okay, so let me just make sure there's no other questions over here. I want to make sure. Oh, then Sadia, I don't know if you're still here. Let me see here if she's here. She's here. I'll just run over there one more time and just show her a bit. So Sadia, you probably don't know, we are breaking away. The 24th is the last day that we'll be putting full-length broadcasts out onto social media. This is the beginning of our the Soulogy Network and community. There will be many, many features. It's really hard to explain everything at once. I am doing a massive write-up on it, and it's probably going to be like 3 pages long, but it'll be out there for people that really want to read it and go in depth to what it's going to be, short-term, long-term. Right now we got the $111 a year founding souls. These people will have an annual locked in for life of $111 a year. The normal is $144. You can also pay $12.12 a month like I did. Testing 1, 2, 3. We're right now in the very first 4 days, so we're customizing this to the way we want it. So there is going to be announcements every day, top of the page, maybe on a separate page, just explaining what we're doing and what's going on. And we also are loading up loading up some old shows, not old shows. These are the most recent shows we've done, and then I'm going to go back and put in the best of the 150 episodes we've done, and the other 1,200 plus Soulogy One Studios productions we've done, and we're going to build the best archives in the world, and we're also going to include everybody that comes and joins us. So we're going to have a very unique archive as a community, and I think that's going to be a big benefit, a really big benefit for all of us. Okay, I hope you saw that, Sadia. I hope I said your name right. Okay, let's see here. Any other questions here? Let's see. Oh yeah, Ty's birthday's tomorrow. That's right. Yeah, it is heart-centered, Sadia, and I think it'll be a perfect place for someone like you. And I'm not saying that to try to induce or recruit or sell anybody, but it's going to be a place where, imagine having, what would you rather have? Would you rather be on a 1 billion person network like Facebook with the censorship and the this and the that and the algorithms? Did I say it right? Okay. I probably said it wrong now. But imagine being in a space where there's only 8 or 10,000 people, but they're all of a like frequency. You don't have the suppression, and you get the true numbers, and the algorithms work in a positive way, not a manipulative way. So, and just on a footnote, for some of you who don't know this, there is a video on the top of the Soulogy pages that came out on Friday, the 10th of March. Which was also the day in 2012 that the name Soulogy was given to me, which is also the day in 2014 the name that Soulogy One Studios name was given to me. And it's also the day that Morgan Lee was born, even though I got those names before I met her. We all know that this is a quantum reality, and the linear won't tell the whole story. But anyway, it's on the top of my page, of the Soulogy pages. You can listen to it, but just to give you a little bit of an idea, and it'd be great for as well, for the people that have their communities, and it just would take me too long to explain everything. But let me just say this before I say that one more time. The 1212, the annual, whatever it is, the subscription is the number one reason that we're doing this, is to break away from the 3D totally. It's been too much harassment, too much censorship, and too much financial ups and downs. It's very difficult. So the main thing is this is where the Soulogy material will be. This is where our full-length broadcasts will be. This is where everything will be. Now, as gravy, as icing on the cake, we're adding in April a social community with instant messaging. So just imagine Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn all in one, okay, with all your friends and family. So that's kind of where we're headed. And I forgot what I was saying before that. Okay, so let's see. Let's just, can somebody give me, Christy, I think there's going to be some people they're asking, where do we go? Let's see here. So I need to make sure, because we're having a little quirk today with this, what do you call it? We had to redirect our URL, and there's still a little bug in it, but we'll get it worked out. But let me see. Okay, it's working. So SoulogyNetwork.com, okay, is where you would go. SoulogyNetwork.com. And let me just go ahead and, for those that have come in late, we got some more people in here. Let's see here. Let me go over here. Yeah, so you go to SoulogyNetwork.com, and what will end up happening is, let me just get out of here for a second. Okay, so you're going to go to SoulogyNetwork.com. You're gonna see this, and by the way, remember that tune? Okay, so what will happen is you'll go in here. Now you can either push this button and register, and if you're going to do that, you don't have to sign up with Facebook or Google. All you have to do is put in your name that you want to use, your email, and then set up a password, and that's it. Now, the other thing you can do, if you come in and you want to subscribe, that's just going to register you. That's not really going to do anything for you. You're just going to register. You'll be able to see things, but you won't be able to do anything. We're probably going to remove that altogether at some point. But what you can do is you can come down here and you can either pick the 1212 or you can pick the 111, and then again it'll ask you to enroll, and then it'll take you to the checkout. So I just wanted to run that through because some people came in late. And let's see, just one more time for to see if let me see. Thank you, Lisa Christine. Let's see here, and everybody else. And I don't see any more questions. I am lucky I haven't. Okay, yeah, I love that tune too, Catriona. Okay, so all right, yeah, we're getting streamlined. One thing about Soulogy is we have not had help. We have had help, but and there's a lot of people. And they're also going to be getting a little bit of abundance every month as this thing gets going, because we don't forget anybody who helped us get here. Will there be an app? Great question. Abso-effing-lutely. The Apple and the Android will be available very quickly, and that's going to be huge. So. Great question, Sunshine 143. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, God, I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go. And we're going to have an app. The app thing, we could actually get started on it now, but there's no reason to right now. We need to get some other things refined first. So there's going to be what I was saying is, for us to make a jump like this, yeah, I was real excited about the app thing. That was one of the main things. I've been working on this on a personal level for 5 years. And I've talked to a lot of companies around the world. We're blessed to have connected with these people. But to make the jump from where we're at to where we're going requires a lot of people. I say a lot of people. Yes, it does. It requires some expertise and some people on our end, and we're going to be putting that together. Because, see, what we want to do is we want to create this template so that other content creators can come in and thrive. Really, that's really what it's all about. Okay, well, look, I'm going to go. My beautiful wife is up, and I would like to see her. And don't forget about Ty Hudnall tonight with the tribal open mic and meditation from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be 4 to what? 5, 6, 7 or something like that. And then in England, it's going to be a bit late. In England, that will be like, something like, I want to say 11 p.m. till like, 1:30, 2 p.m. a.m. And then down under, it'll be conducive because down under, it'll be like, mid-morning to afternoon. Let's see. Apps can be this. We're lucky that, I'm going to get with you, Millie. Don't worry. I can't. I love you. I can't not follow up with you. We're really fortunate because our IT partners have a long, long history, and not just in writing code and development, but everything from the blockchain up. I mean, everything. So one of the first things that we put to bed when we first met in, I'm going to say it was like July or August of last year was, I wanted handheld from the get-go. And we were told, we've already worked that out. So I'm like, all right. Yeah. So we'll get there. Yeah. We're going to do it right. We're not going to get in a rush. We're not going to force anything. We're not going to bullshit anybody. Whatever we build, we're going to build together. All of us with input, interactiveness, and we're going to not get in a rush. And whatever we build is going to be operating in or near the 100th percentile. This is 5D energy, and it's going to provide a lot of abundance for a lot of people around this world, both materially and not. It's just an extrapolation and extension of everything that we've all achieved together. The biggest shout out to Angie Parker, someone from the early days, and there's so many people, Louis Machi, so many people. I think probably the most exciting thing for me is that we are finally going to get a head count. We have 122,200 people in our platforms with very little overlap. So I'd say probably hard numbers, we got 110 to 115,000 that aren't like, in 2 or 3 categories. That makes about, I think Sadia, I'm sorry. I wish I remember how I said it right. It says credit card, but that's actually bank card. Bank card, credit card. I'm going to get them to change. Christy, if you're listening to this, we really need to get that changed. People are getting confused. I think they can only use a credit card. It needs to say debit, credit card, or bank. You know what I mean? If you're listening. And if not, okay, you got it. All right. Thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, you can go ahead and, okay, somebody's getting the bad request again. I think they're still working on that. But if Christy, can you put up the text for what will get them in? I just used the Soulogy. See, Samantha Towers used a debit. It says credit, but don't let that fool you. You can use otherwise. And if you have any questions, SoulogyNetwork.com. Okay, we're getting all over the place here. So if you want to go over now, this is what you type in. I just typed in SoulogyNetwork.com by itself and it went through. But I think what happens is you got to refresh it when these changes are made. I know that from like working on a website, making changes, then you got to wait a little bit. But if you want to get in, this will get you in all the way. https://soulogynetwork.com. Okay. Okay. And so, what was the other thing? Okay, Samantha Towers used debit. It works. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, the credit card thing. It's not credit card. It's a bank debit card. Chrissy's gonna get that changed. Okay, I forgot what I was saying going out the door. Thank you. Yeah, refresh browser. Yeah, if you refresh the browser, it should get you to where you need to go. But if not, you can use this for now. But we'll be getting this stuff worked out. We're going to be very upfront and transparent as possible. There will be a day in the not too distant future where every single penny that comes into this shared networking community will be on a spreadsheet on the site showing you exactly where to go, exactly where every penny goes. I like this. Yvette German, nice to meet you. Awesome plans. Feels to me like there will be a great online move or shift from the old worn out platforms to new free platforms and outdated platforms, and this is exactly what the world needs. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Okay, don't forget about 7 to 9 Eastern time tonight, and there's going to be a open mic and a meditation. And thank you, everyone. I will talk to you later. Peace.